Hey, it's Kate Watson with 100% Pure. You're joining me here in my home in LA, and I am so excited to be answering the questions that you sent me. So if I don't get to your beauty question here in this video, then keep checking social media and I will send you an answer. So let's jump on into Instagram. Cruelty-Free Cosmetics wants to know, is making sure that all of my products cruelty-free important to me, and why? My answer is absolutely. One thing that I love, on top of many things, about 100% Pure is that we are cruelty-free, which means that we don't do any testing on animals. I'm a huge advocate for animals, and I really make sure that what I use, I feel good about. So if you don't know, products actually have to go through a testing process to sit on your shelf at the store that you buy them from. And you should educate yourself and do your homework to know where your products are coming from and how they're tested in order to be there. Great question. PV Princess, hi there. She asks, any tips to applying eyeliner? Oh, eyeliner can get a little tricky, and trust me, you know what, even the skills of a makeup artist can always, have a little mistake with eyeliner. It can make you late for work in the morning, right? But there are a couple things that you can do on top of a lot of practice to get better with eyeliner. Now, depending on what you want to do with your eyeliner, whether it's a cat eye or some sort of winged look or a graphic eyeliner, practicing in a mirror when you've got some time is always what I recommend. However, how are you looking at yourself in the mirror? So whether you're applying a kohl pencil liner or even a liquid eyeliner, there's a trick that you can do. I recommend grabbing a mirror that's maybe magnified, maybe it has some lights on it if you have trouble seeing your eyes close up, and setting this down on top of a table to use rather than just going for your bathroom mirror. Also, the position of your chin is what you should keep in mind when you apply eyeliner. Instead of looking directly into a mirror like this, when you're doing the top eyeliner, it's okay for your bottom liner, but the top eyeliner is easiest to apply when you lift your chin up, look through the tip of your nose, and you can kind of tug just slightly at the edge of the eye. You see how it makes that soft, straight line right there? That makes it so easy to get into my lash line and actually apply eyeliner that way. Hopefully those tips will help you. If you have any questions more with eyeliner, send them on to me, but that'll get you started. All right, the next question on Instagram is from Danny Smiles, FLD Odds, and Bean for the benefit of Mrs. K. You all asked a similar question, which is, how do I avoid that makeup meltdown? How do I keep my complexion looking fresh around 3 o'clock, when it starts to wear off or rub off? When you see dry patches of skin, not cute. I know. Well, it all starts with your skincare in the morning before you put any makeup on. How are you balancing your skin? Remember, you're not drawing or painting on paper or canvas. Your skin actually perspirates, and we're mobile. We're always in motion. And depending on the weather, that can also change how our skin reacts to what we're wearing. So start there. Start with your skincare. When you get out of the shower in the morning or you wash your face, immediately try to rebalance your skin. Use a toner and then use a serum. I'm in love with oils. I have combination skin and I get dry patches on my face, and I love using a lightweight oil in those drier areas and let that sink into the skin maybe for a good couple minutes before I actually apply a primer before a foundation. I'm in love with our Superfruits Concentrated Oil Serum. If you haven't tried this, you have to try this. This is liquid gold. It's tons and tons of antioxidants and nutrients and vitamins that replenish the skin and make your skin feel supple and soft, but never greasy or too much. Just one little drop. It's all you use. And just rub that where you're dry, let that sink on in, and then go ahead and apply primer. And primer is a super important step. We've got 2 different primers. One that is great for oilier skin that needs a lot of textural support, so maybe you have big pores or fine lines. That's our mattifying primer. The other is our luminous primer, which is great for really making your drier skin look luminous and reflects a little bit of light. So if you have any, again, textural issues with your dry skin, it's going to help to replenish your skin and really diffuse the look of your skin as well. Great question. Also, here's the other thing. What are you doing for your complexion? How are you actually setting your complexion as well? Using foundation sparingly to even out the skin's tone and going into conceal with concealer will make your product actually last longer. A lot of clients really love the look of a full coverage foundation, which is great. And I think that perfected skin looks fantastic as long as it looks like skin. When you overuse a foundation and you build layers of foundation up, you're not really using a foundation the way it's supposed to be used, which is to even out your skin's complexion. And you get that additional coverage from a concealer that has a different texture. Using those in combination with the concealer on top will give you additional coverage that will look more natural and actually last longer when also set with a powder. I love to use our powder foundation to set all of my liquid formulas, whether I'm using Second Skin Foundation, my new love, or our Healthy Skin Foundation, or a BB cream, or a tinted moisturizer. Set it with a little bit of powder. Take your brush, swirl it into a powder, pat it on, and let it kind of sit on the skin for a minute, and then brush away any excess. And you can take this powder with you on the go, little touch-ups here and there, but really, if you follow these steps, prep your skin, balance your skin, and not overuse foundation, your product should stay on perfectly. Remember, your skin changes, so the skin that you had several years ago is probably not the skin that you have today. So really think about what your skin is like and update your skincare regimen. And these amazing fruit pigmented formulas from 100% Pure Cosmetics are awesome to also really kind of fine tune how your skin is and round out your skincare regime. Great question. All right, the next question is from Geen. Hi, I really want a red lipstick, an Elmo red. What would you recommend? Well, I love a good red lip. And actually this spring and summer, it's so on trend to have a crimson red or hot fuchsia lip. One of my go-to red shades is called Poppy. Let's see if I can find it here. Poppy. It is a pomegranate oil lipstick. It's an anti-aging lipstick. And if you've never tried this lipstick, well, it is a dream come true. Not only is it saturating your lips with color, but it has the most wonderful creamy texture. Just take a look at this color here. This is called Poppy. It's that classic Hollywood starlet red carpet red. Goes with anything, and it really makes your teeth look very, very white, which is so great. But this really does an amazing job at really staying onto the lips. It doesn't bleed or spill out. And this pomegranate seed oil actually helps to repair the lips, so it's anti-aging. Those fine lines that we all hate around lips or try to, prevent, this little baby, it's gonna do the trick. So remember the name Hibiscus and Poppy. Hibiscus is a brand new shade that we have that is similar to Poppy. It's a little bit more of that burnt brick shade, that kind of orangey red that is really, really beautiful. I think that you would like both of them. So Poppy and Hibiscus. Okay, let's head on over to Facebook, where Carol asks, is it really essential to wear a primer before your foundation, and what's the benefits? Well, good question, because a lot of people don't truly understand the purpose of a primer. Well, how can I equate it? A primer is like really good undergarments to a fantastic dress that you're gonna wear. Now, you might not really see them, but when you see the dress on top of them, it makes a world of difference, right? So what a primer does is it actually kind of preps the surface of your skin. Any textural issues that you might have, any sort of luminous issues that you might have, it's going to target those issues. Whereas a moisturizer really is that barrier cream that locks in moisture but doesn't really truly focus on the texture the same way that a primer is going to do. What I don't like about primers out there today that I've used before is that they're filled with silicone. And silicone, on top of being an ingredient that can be irritating to the skin, it can look very, well, made up. And it doesn't necessarily look like skin or have the same kind of breathing look like skin would. So what I love about our primer, especially the mattifying primer, is that this, if you have any of those enlarged pores or textural issues, this is actually going to prep the texture of your skin the same way something like silicone would. It smooths out fine lines and big pores, but it doesn't feel or look like silicone. It looks like skin, but yet you still have that smooth, beautiful surface. So I ask you, how long do you want your foundation to stay in place? And what's the result of what you want your foundation to look like? If you want that beautifully perfected, soft, smooth look, then use a primer. Great question, Carol. Johnny Regini. Hi, Johnny. You ask, what does being comfortable in your own skin without makeup feel like to you? I'd love to hear what brings out your confidence And what inspires your makeup artistry and self-expression? Well, great question. So, what makes me feel comfortable in my own skin without makeup? I think that what I've learned throughout the many years and within, being in the beauty industry is that, true beauty is truly, as cliche as it sounds, from within. That no amount of makeup or hair or clothing or anything that we have on the outside is going to make us feel whole or beautiful. It comes from within. And you can definitely see when it shines without. I think that being true to who you are in this moment, in this very moment in your life, whether you are feeling powerful or feeling confident or you're not, and just really kind of owning that and understanding that that is who you are and being authentically you in this moment in time is what is beautiful. It feels human and it feels real. And know that this face that you have now won't be technically the same face several years from now. So honor the face that you have now. Celebrate the body that you have now. And, be good and be kind. What inspires my artistry? Well, I've met so many women throughout the years. I've been so fortunate to hear so many stories that are so inspiring to me. Whether it is hearing about how a daughter has her mother's eyes, that someone's smile reminds them of a loved one. And I love to kind of play into these stories and these pieces of heart and emotion to really make people feel like they're representing themselves and their family and their love for each other and the world through the way that they express themselves through artistry. So that is what continues to inspire me. All of your wonderful stories and your passion for great cosmetics that are good for you and good for the earth, that also inspires me. So keep loving 100% Pure. Thank you for sharing your questions with me. I love answering them. I hope that we have time to do some more. And if you have any other comments or questions, just share them below. I'll try to get to them. Lots of love, and stay pure and stay beautiful.